welcome to another sponsored Sunday with me, Elmo. It's good to have you along. Today we're checking out the NUX B-8 wireless system. Here is the receiver pedal and here is the transmitter. Now, I was sent this by Tampereen musiikki. Thank you very much, Tampereen musiikki, for sending me this. So, let's see what this is all about. I'm going to play a bit and I'm going to talk a bit and, waffle probably. And gonna read you some specs because that's exciting stuff. That's riveting television, having someone read from a phone. Anyway, some of you are interested in this. So, 269 euros, NUX wireless system for guitar and bass. It's a compact transmitter plus pedal receiver, Wi-Fi 2.4 gigahertz. Built-in tuner or boost functions activated via the receiver foot switch. Boost? Is there a boost? Well, so we'll see. Possibly. A built-in effects loop on the pedal board receiver for buffered pedal signal pads, which might be nice. Balanced XLR DI output on the receiver for direct connection to a mixing desk audio interface, which helps with reamping, for instance. Designed for stringed instruments, optional cable tone function that provides the warm sound of a jack cable, which is a bit weird because I noticed the cable tone function on the transmitter here, and there is a difference in sound. We'll get to that, but you still have to have the cable from the receiver. So weird. But still, I don't know, maybe it's handy, maybe it's pointless. Automatic pairing of transmitter and receiver in just a few seconds, which is nice, so you don't have to fiddle around with anything. Now this was weird. Transmitter can be charged by placing it on the receiver screen or via USB-C. I didn't realize this until I read that. So it has that little thing there, which I'm assuming if you place it on that little thing there, it charges. God damn! It's like telepathy or divine intervention. They got all sorts these days. Shut up. Tuning modes, chromatic, standard guitar, guitar with compensation, and bass. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's 2.5 step. I don't. Yeah. Anyway. Booster 0 to 12 dB. It says indoor range 30 to 60 meters and outdoor range 20 to 50 meters depending on environment. In both cases, battery life approximately 6.5 hours. Instantly when I look at this, because I recently did the review of the NUX P58, which was pretty good, but this fills me with a bit more confidence. This seems a bit more professional. It's not that stupid dongle here, but it's an actual cable to here. This one, when I picked it up from the stand over there, this transmitter fell loose, which I've never had happen with my Shure system that I have, the GLXD, whatever. I'll put something in the subtitles. Which I've had forever and it's worked wonders. So let's see how this works. Let's start with the tuner because I'm not sure I'm in tune. It says Chrome and it has a bypass function. You can probably bypass it. Pretty much. It's a bit wobbly. Cable tone on. There's a clear difference in tone between the two. Cable tone or not cable tone. Cable tone cuts a bit of the high end. Alright, so it sounds pretty nice. Cable tone option, I actually think I prefer that. Just a bit. It sounds a bit harsh without that. Is it a gimmicky thing? I don't know. Maybe it's a nice option to have. Before I go on, I would like to say that this video is very much sponsored by Tampereen musiikki, who sent me this pedal or this wireless system. Thank you to Tampereen musiikki and Olli for sending me this. And also a big thank you to anyone who supports the channel in any way, shape or form. One way you can do that is just to watch these videos till the end, like, hype, subscribe, comment and all that. If you haven't checked out my lesson channel, that is also linked in the description, where you get all sorts of lessons. Yeah, so if you haven't checked that out, please check that out. Anyway, on with the video. Let's see what all of this does. Home, display, tuner, switch. What does the switch do? No, what? Switch. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what the booster does. personally, oh Jesus Christ, what's going on with me today? Personally, I would use it as a tuner, the switch. That is, you can do the outputs, we'll see how much the boost was. It was halfway. What? Is it on? Can I? Seems it's, I don't know if it's on automatically. Let's do the switch again, turn it back onto boost and go into that one. Switch. Yeah, now it's off. Cable tone off. Back to the boosty thingy, and let's turn it back on. See how much it does boost. Personally, I would say that the boost is actually very handy in case you have an acoustic set, for instance, and you want a solo volume but you don't want to have a volume pedal along or a separate boost. So this would do that. Pretty handy actually. Let's turn it off. Yeah, now it's off, and see what it does if I go back to switch it to tuner and go back to boost. Is it still off? Yes, now it's off. So you can still use it as tuner. Let's see how far I can go without it dropping the signal. So I'll film how far I get. Let's do some video. Stop beeping, it's my WhatsApp, the coaching group. We had a game. I didn't go because I had filming to do. So what I'll do is I'll get up, film this, and go as far as well, until it drops the signal or I get wet because I think it's raining outside, I'm not sure. So it did pretty much like the XVIV P58 did. Pretty well, I think, because it's a fair way to go and there's lots of stuff in between. Nowhere is there a stage that big. Or if there is, and you're playing that stage, you probably won't be using this. You might. But, yeah. What do I know? I mean, it's 270 euros. That's not a lot. It does fill me with a lot more confidence than having a dongle hanging here. This transmitter, I don't know how much they go for. Actually, look that up. See if you can buy those. If you can buy those separately, because that would be a handy thing. Because if you swap guitars and couldn't find anything with a quick Google, can I get just the receiver somehow? Sorry, I meant transmitter. B2 plus. Well, that's just the dongle stuff again. I can't find it with a quick Google search, so maybe you can't get it just like that, which I think is weird. It would make life really so much easier if you're gigging a lot to have two transmitters. You can charge them up, charge one up while you're playing a gig, have the other one as a reserve and charge it up. If you're changing guitars, if you have the kind of system that I have, where you have the strap bolted onto the guitar, so you just do that. If you want to remove the strap, that means that it's not handy to change guitars. Well, it's best to leave the transmitter on the strap and have another transmitter on the following guitar. Actually, that's the best thing anyway, but still, that's maybe the only minus I can think of. And that might be that it's not a minus. I'll have to ask Tampereen musiikki. Yeah, so, what's the verdict? I like this. I think it's good. It has lots of options. Does it beat the Shure that I have? Well, it's a lot newer, so the technology is a lot newer. Shure doesn't, not sure if they even make the one that I have anymore. They have a new version, I know that. And it's a lot more expensive than this. So this is a very good alternative, especially if you're on a bit of a budget but want something that, at least on the surface of it, seems robust. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I'm actually a bit surprised by some of the options you get, like the boost and so on. The cable tone thing is, I don't know if it's gimmicky, but I like it, kind of. A big thank you to Tampereen musiikki for sending me this. And if you haven't checked out my lesson channel yet, please do so. There's a link in the description. If you want to check out more sponsored Sunday videos, there's a playlist here. But above all, I hope you had some use of this video, and I hope to see you in another one. Take care, be kind to each other and yourselves. Goodbye.